Morning, friends. How you doing? This is Ernie, and this is the 0DTE morning market analysis. I should maybe change that to the tail risk morning market analysis, because that's really what it is evolved to. We, as a broad spectrum of trades, we do tail risk trades, or what we call fat tail. And even the 0DTE trade is a tail risk trade because it's way out of the money and we're looking for those bigger events. But the truth is that as a service, we are trading a wide range of tail risk trades. So all with extreme asymmetry, very small risk, very large potential profit. And the 0DTE is probably the most popular because that's what people associate with. But quite frankly, the ones that are further out are the ones that capture the big moves. Just let you know. So anyways, let's get to this morning's report. Markets are tilted bullish in the wake of NVDA's stellar earnings. Yet the compressed gamma environment is stalling a full breakout. And you can see that in the morning charts, and even with the ES and also with Tesla. They're going sideways. They went up, but then they're going sideways, and then they're drifting down. It's really weird. Anyways, the VIX remains steady, but the morning bath, the big ass fly, is priced very low, signaling that there is some sort of latent implied volatility. So under the covers, there's something going on. The big ass fly is down around 16 and a quarter or something like that, which is very low in the big picture thing. So in my view, this market is poised for a volatility crush event, but not yet triggering it. Kind of range bound. It hasn't broken out yet. That breakout is what will cause the volatility crush. So if you're in butterflies, you'll see their value increase dramatically as that market starts breaking out. And we're right on the cusp, and I'll show you this in a second, but we're right on the cusp of some great breakouts and then walking up what I call that stairway to heaven. The economic reports loom. We've got GDP, unemployment claims, and a cascade of Fed speakers. Cascade's the wrong word. It's like a parade. And all of them could act as potential catalysts. Meanwhile, the market drifts higher, but liquidity remains thin. So the battle is between bullish drift and the resistance of structural edges. So sort of a quiet tension that will resolve, absolutely will resolve. Although it hasn't yet, but it will. And my suspect is that we'll step up that stairway to heaven and then towards all-time highs. So that's what I see happening. Why don't we go to the charts? Oh, I did it first time. All right. Well, here we have the big ass fly. Let's see. I talked about. You can see very clearly that the VIX is pretty low. It's a little higher than I first saw it earlier this morning, so it is rising a bit. That's where I saw the big ass fly price much lower, saying that implied volatility seems under the covers. It's like options traders under the covers are saying they see some, something. I don't know what it is. I don't, but that's like my first clue. I see a very tiny or a low-priced big-ass fly in the morning. That means that IV's risen and somebody's smelling something. So we'll see. But regardless of that, the bullish direction or the bias, the directional bias is bullish. And you can see here's this morning's candle. It was way up here, and now it's pulled back some. We'll see that in the next chart, in the structural chart. Yeah, see, we had this big move up and then moving sideways all morning, and then something happened at around 5:50 or so. Investors got spooked. I don't know. But it came right down to this structural level here at 59.57. So we'll see what happens. If it breaks that, it could easily drop down to 59.25. So that's where we're at. But right now, these pivot points look like they're being established, but there's no way to tell that for sure. So we'll see. We shall see. Let's look at the volume profile. Same thing. We got up into and started to break out at the first step of the stairway to heaven. See right there? The stairway to heaven, that first node. Broke out this morning and then hit resistance here up at around, looks like 6,009, and then just pulled back. That's very interesting. I wonder how that's being manifests in Tesla. Yeah, see, Tesla gapped up on NVDA, but then has been drifting back. So this is what I'm calling that drift. And how about NVIDIA? NVIDIA is holding. It went up on its earnings and has slowly ground its way up. But even this morning, it is starting to drift. What in the world's going on? Could it be tariffs? We could see it could be something to do with tariffs. I know that there was this New York trade judge that viewed Trump's tariffs illegal. Another New Yorker claiming that Trump's stuff is illegal. Of course, that'll all get resolved and it'll all be back to normal again. Because, our judges know way more than any of us do. They are actually the president. They do set foreign policy. And, it's so ridiculous. So there we go. There's this morning's report. And let's bring it back to the big head. Come on. How come it's not coming? There we go. I was clicking the button, but not what's happening. That's an old reference. You got to be really old. What I meant to say, or what I should have said is, I'm trying to think, but nothing's happening. That was a reference back to Curly of the Three Stooges. Maybe some of you remember that. All right. So, that's the report for today. I want to talk about our Fat Tail Skool community. Fantastic service. Go down below. You're going to start seeing some videos coming out showing the power of Fat Tail. Now, remember earlier I said that we're tail risk traders. And so what I'm saying is that we're not going after tiny little profits every day. Although we will take them, but they are more to offset tiny little losses. What we're positioned for are all those big wins that you never get, right? So that is primarily what we're after, all the big wins. And that's what a tail risk trade is all about. And we get them in every time frame, from daily, 0 DTE, to something a little bit further out, 3 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 30, 30 to 90. Those last two are more based on existential events, big market crashes and we use those as insurance. But the first two, so the big three are the 0 DTE trade. That's 0 DTE, obviously. Sometimes we go out to 1 or 2. And then there's what we call the convexity stack, which also uses butterflies, but it's way further out of the money, but that goes 3 to 5 days. And then there's the Sigma Drift that goes out even further, 5 to 10 days, and also uses butterflies, but super cheap, like 25 to 50 cents for a 50 wide butterfly. And actually, had you done that 2 days ago, you would have made buco bucks. I mean, big bucks. Imagine a $25 trade that makes $5,000. That's what I'm talking about. A $25 trade that makes $5,000. That's what you could have done on Tuesday with one of these trades. I bet you would like to learn how to do something like that. And on top of that, have AI hold your hand through the entire process. The AI is going to be a whole separate issue that I've developed that is over the top, but it is there as your coach, and it will bring you through all the courseware, the trades, hold your hand through trades. It doesn't make decisions for you. What it does is it helps you make better decisions. It lets you, in of yourself, make anti-fragile decisions and become stronger as stress comes in on you. All right, so that's about it for today. And I want to thank you all very much. Coach Ernie is out.